Hi all, in this video we will further continue our discussion on Anuradha nakshatra. So Anuradha nakshatra is basically a logic oriented nakshatra. It has logic oriented approach, the energy of Anuradha nakshatra. So because of that, these people mainly concentrate on mathematics and physics also. They get fascinated by mathematics and physics. And the ability of Anuradha to combine logic, intuition and freedom of thought produces deep thinkers in every field. So wherever they go, they try to think deeply, means why this thing is actually happening. They try to go to the roots and find the reasoning. That is one of the best things that Anuradha nakshatra energy gives. So numbers are something which takes Anuradha's fancy like no other thing. They are mainly into mathematics. They are mainly into numbers. The numbers fascinate them a lot. A lot of Anuradha natives have a strong interest either in occult sciences or mundane numerology or statistics. Somehow they are connected to this kind of numbers and occult sciences, right? By default they have this kind of interest. Somehow it is very much strongly connected to them. Anuradha always tries to broaden its horizons in relation to its area of interest, whatever may be the area of interest. They try to think very deeply and they try to gain knowledge, because learning is the main idea for them. Throughout their life they learn. Even if they achieve something, they try to learn only. They are mainly the learners, and after learning they want to share their knowledge. That is also one important thing, best thing, because they are fundamentally the friends, the universal friends, the mitras of everybody. So the more evolved the soul, the more all encompassing the vision, you can say. They broaden up their area of interest as they grow, as they evolve. They try to research in different fields. They are interested in this kind of research and learning, and then finally sharing it to somebody. So natives with strong influence of Anuradha on their ascendant, even so we generally check if moon is in Anuradha or not, because moon is a very close planet to the earth, and moon represents our mind. Whatever rays come from moon are directly going to impact the humanity. That's why we give more importance to moon in Vedic astrology. So if your moon is in Anuradha nakshatra, people generally say you are a Anuradha person. But even the ascendant, even if your ascendant is in Anuradha nakshatra, that is also good, that is also beneficial. So if you have ascendant in your Anuradha nakshatra, then generally the people have hairy bodies. They have prominent chest and thighs and have a tendency to develop a belly with age. That is Anuradha ascendant. When your ascendant is in Anuradha nakshatra, this is the general prediction, whatever the hairy body and good chest and thighs, and then finally have a tendency to develop belly with age. This is a general prediction of Anuradha nakshatra ascendant, that is Anuradha nakshatra lagna. So their face conveys a sense of friendliness, because they are friends by default, and well-being. A slight hint of secrecy emanates from the eyes and the overall demeanor in general. You can always find a kind of secrecy in them, because by default Anuradha is in Scorpio, that is the 8th sign of Kalapurush Kundali. 8th house represents a secretive nature. So they have this tendency of secretive nature. So their social behavior fluctuates between passivity and exuberance. Combining friendliness with aloofness is their special gift. means they are friends to everybody, but it's not that they are very much attached to those friends, right? That is the representation of lotus. Even if you observe lotus, on lotus, if you observe the water drop, you may find that the water drop is completely on the lotus leaf, but it is not on the lotus leaf. It is not, means it is not very much attached to the lotus leaf. You can clearly see the lotus flower, something like this. So they are very much friendly to everybody, but at the same time they can allow very few people to their inner circle, and they maintain that kind of aloofness also clearly. Anuradha natives are usually seen making special effort to put people at ease and love to act as a bridge between people, groups and organizations. They always talk very friendly. They love everybody, universal friends. That's the single statement is good enough, you know. They are very much interested in anything to do with the occult and hidden issues in general. Hidden, if you just say something mysterious to them, they are going to get interest, a lot of interest. So they are extremely sensitive on an emotional plane, even though they like to put up a tough, impenetrable exterior. So if you see them, if you look at them, they look very tough. You may feel that it's not very easy to disturb them emotionally. You may feel that, but they are easily emotionally disturbed also, because they are very sensitive by nature. They are very sensitive in the emotional plane. They are very much sensitive. You can easily disturb them emotionally, you know. But outer looks, if you just observe them for outer looks, you may feel that okay, even though this person is sensitive, it's very difficult to disturb this person. You may feel like that by seeing the Anuradha person, by seeing the Anuradha nakshatra or Anuradha ascendant person. You may feel this one, Anuradha moon person, right? But it's very easy to disturb them emotionally. So it is their ability to keep up solid exteriors, looking very tough, which makes them good organizers also. So everybody feels that it's very difficult to disturb them, so they don't even try to disturb them, but they are easily get disturbed. Anuradha people emotionally, I'm talking about, not with the other things. Once you win the heart of an Anuradha person, he loves you a lot, he or she. So Anuradha natives are often seen to be the founders and leaders of organizations. They are good organizers basically. They have original minds which are melting pots of myriad pieces of knowledge, understanding and experience, vivid knowledge on different subjects. They have knowledge, because learning, here the keywords are learning, universal friend, you know, logical thinking, right, emotionally sensitive. Only the whole picture is going to be surrounded around these things only. Most Anuradha natives channel their emotional energy in the form of devotion. They are emotional, so that emotional energy at some point of time in their life, they will definitely turn that emotional energy into devotion to some higher deity, universal energy or cause. They are devotional because they have lot means infinite amount of emotional energy, and they don't want to be, you know, emotionally cheated also. If once they got cheated in their life emotionally, and then they don't want to be cheated again and again, so definitely, but they have a lot of emotional energy. What they have to do with that emotional energy? So finally they are going to convert that emotional energy into some devotional energy, right? That is how they feel comfortable. And Anuradha natives are at their most versatile when they have to combine their talents with others, because they are friendly. Despite their need for constant interaction, most Anuradha natives have to spend a lot of time alone at one time of their life or the other. At any point of time, you can clearly see Anuradha people have to spend some amount of time lonely. This is written compulsorily, because they are the self teachers also. They try to understand themselves, and this kind of behavior they show as age grows. So definitely they allocate some time to spend alone, and they try to understand their own behavior also. They like it, they like this research, and they like to go inner. We will talk about that, the kundalini energy. In the nakshatra astrology, you talk about kundalini when you talk about Aslesha nakshatra. Then again you talk about kundalini in the Anuradha nakshatra. Anuradha nakshatra is needed to process this whole kundalini energy. Then you talk about the kundalini energy in Purva Bhadra nakshatra or Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra. Only in those areas we will again talk about kundalini energy. So without kundalini energy awakening and the concept of kundalini awakening, this Anuradha nakshatra analysis is not possible. So Anuradha nakshatra energy clearly is connected to kundalini energy awakening also. We'll talk about that in some time. So in fact, living in foreign lands is also it's usually very satisfying and fruitful for them, because they love to explore. Anuradha nakshatra means universal friends, the explorer of knowledge, and they are the logical thinkers. They have a lot of knowledge, learning and sharing, learning and sharing, learning and sharing, learning and sharing throughout their life. Emotionally sensitive and devotional. As age grows, definitely they will become very much devotional, and they are interested in occult sciences, right? So explorers, they are by default explorers. So they always want to explore the unknown areas, the new areas. So they want to go to, they want to explore foreign lands, of course. So they love basically. In the universal scheme of things, Anuradha relates to definitely the Radhana Shakti. Radhana Shakti is nothing but the power of worship. They have this power of worship. Its symbolism, you can clearly find this particular symbolism, the power of worship, the Radhana Shakti. It stresses upon the Anuradha's ability to explore and understand both the lower and higher lokas through its devotion to universal energies, for sure. They completely every single day, every single minute, they think about this universal energy related things, because it is the core of Scorpio, the hidden sciences, the mysterious world. Anuradha is the core of mysterious world. So they always think about universal energy every day, and once age grows, maybe by 25, 28, 30, when they come to that age, definitely 24/7 in the background, this universal energy related things run in their mind. They want to know God, they want to know what is creation, they want to know the Kundalini awakening, they want to know astral travel, they want to know different varieties of devotional things, spiritual things. It's more than that, you can say the universal energies they want to explore, right? So that is the fundamental nature of Anuradha nakshatra. As age grows, you can clearly see this kind of nature in them. So Anuradha is considered to be a passive nakshatra. By itself, Anuradha is a highly passive energy, just like a seesaw in its stationary balanced position. It usually requires an external agency in the form of co-workers or friends to put it into action. Its passive quality often results from Saturn overpowering Mars. Anuradha nakshatra lord is Saturn and the Scorpio sign lord is Mars. So Saturn has more say or more control on this nakshatra compared to Mars, even though Saturn and Mars both are involved here. So because of this Saturn energy, more impact of Saturn energy on this particular nakshatra, it is treated as a passive nakshatra. They want someone to push them. Otherwise, means they want someone in their life to push them. Because of the Saturn's energy, they are a bit passive in nature. Otherwise, they will completely allocate their time to devotion, or just spending time very normally, or by being lazy, or thinking about the devotion, or they are very sexual also. We can talk about that in a moment. So this is what they try to do. So they want someone to push them in their life. So that is one aspect where this passive nakshatra concept is coming. That's why Anuradha nakshatra is treated as a passive nakshatra. So its activity results from the Martian and Saturnian energies being in equal balance. So so here Saturn and Mars, they are action oriented also, but at the same time Saturn is taking more say here, because it is the nakshatra lord. So nakshatra lord has more say compared to the sign lord. Anuradha is in Scorpio, the sign lord is Mars, but the nakshatra lord is Saturn. So Saturn has more say on this nakshatra. So Saturn is a bit lazy. Saturn is a bit slowly moving planet. You can clearly see it takes 2.5 years to move from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign completely. It's the external planet with respect to Sun, and it takes a lot of time to complete the revolution, the whole round, the rotation, right? So as Saturn is having more say, the people are also considered as a bit passive. It belongs to, of course, as Saturn is present, it is more related to Shudra in the sense the karmic. The classification obviously relates to the fact that Saturn, the Shudra planet. So because Saturn represents work. When you talk about work instead of knowledge and instead of logic, so Saturn believes in work. Saturn believes in action. It doesn't believe in, it doesn't believe in religion. It doesn't believe in some kind of, some kind of whatever, non-work oriented things it doesn't believe. Saturn always believes in work. So that's why Saturn is treated as a Shudra planet. And without work, nothing can be done on the earthly plane. That is why this nakshatra, the caste of this nakshatra is treated as Shudra. And without work, you cannot become a leader. Without work, you cannot learn. You cannot be friend to anybody. Without work, you cannot achieve anything in your life without work, especially on earthly plane, right? So all the energy that this particular nakshatra has, Anuradha nakshatra, whatever the power, protection, the learning, sharing, and then the exploration, a continuous exploration is the main idea of this nakshatra. So if a person is continuously exploring something, what he is doing work. Continuously he is doing work, and that work represents Saturn. Saturn is a karmic planet. That's why it's a Shudra planet. It believes in work. It doesn't believe in words. It believes in work. So even you can clearly see, any field you go, without work nothing can be done. So all the energy of this particular Saturn, this particular Anuradha nakshatra comes from Saturn, is mainly because of the exploration that they do throughout their life. And it's a male nakshatra basically. The classification relates to its male presiding deity and its association with the male planet Mars. A sign lord is Mars, and its deity is Mitra, who is male. That's why Anuradha is treated as a male nakshatra. Anuradha represents the masculine force, which tries to open up and look through the wheel of nature. So if you see the body parts where the Anuradha nakshatra energy is present, those are breast, stomach, bowels and the womb are the body parts related to this particular nakshatra. So it is primarily a Pitta nakshatra, fiery. Pitta nakshatra is related to Ayurveda. Anuradha relates to all the electrical and astral fires within our body. The astral fire, the spiritual fire is Anuradha. The astral fires are carried by the 3 channels we know, that are Ida, Pingala and Shushumna. There we are starting the discussion of Kundalini related to Anuradha nakshatra. So the first pada of Anuradha nakshatra is from 3.20 degrees to 6.40 degrees in Scorpio, and if you check this particular pada, the first pada in the Navamsha, it will always fall in Leo Navamsha. So the emphasis here is on understanding one's inner self and applying that understanding in the outer world through career. The tendency towards excessive pride or militancy has to be curbed here if one wants positive expression of the intense energy available here. Anuradha nakshatra, the first pada is mainly the career oriented nakshatra, and through career they try to understand everything. They are going to understand everything in the world through career. So here it is falling in the Leo Navamsha, Anuradha nakshatra first pada. So whenever a planet is sitting in the Anuradha nakshatra first pada in your D1 chart or in your Rashi chart, you say, and the same planet will go in Leo in the Navamsha chakra, in the Navamsha chart. Whichever planet is in Anuradha nakshatra first pada in the D1 chart, in the D9 chart, it will go to the sign of Leo. So as it is Leo Navamsha, it is related to Leo Navamsha pada. Anuradha nakshatra first pada is called as the Leo Navamsha pada or the Simha Navamsha pada. So Sun, Mars, Jupiter and Ketu are especially strong in this particular Anuradha nakshatra first pada, because it is falling in the Leo Navamsha. Leo is consisting of the energy of Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Ketu, right? So obviously these 4 planets are very good in Anuradha nakshatra first pada. Of course almost all the planets are good in Anuradha nakshatra, but as we are talking about pada by pada, we are talking pada by pada, the first pada, in the first pada Sun, Mars, Jupiter and Ketu are going to give excellent results basically. Of course the overall say can be based on the horoscope, whether the planet is malefic or not, but as nature, by nature, right, by nature you can clearly see Sun, Mars, Jupiter and Ketu are strong in Anuradha nakshatra first pada. And if you check Anuradha nakshatra second pada, it starts from 6.40 degrees Scorpio to 10.0 degrees of Scorpio. It lies in that, and in the Navamsha it will go to Virgo. Any planet sitting in the Anuradha nakshatra second pada will fall in Virgo in the Navamsha chart. And this pada, this Anuradha nakshatra second pada, is all about continuous learning. That is their idea. Discipline to an extent and discrimination, group work and organization. So this pada delivers into the mysteries of the universe, and in doing so takes the mystery out of them. So they always try to be interested in mysteries. They try to understand themselves while understanding the energies of the universe. And numbers, occult sciences, classification, these are all their interests. So this particular nakshatra promises some fulfillment of objectives also. It promises, it's good. Basically in the Navamsha, if you observe, any planet which is sitting in the Anuradha nakshatra second pada in the D1 chart will fall in Virgo sign in the D9 chart. So Virgo related pada, Anuradha nakshatra second pada is Virgo related. So Mercury and Rahu are going to do very good here in Anuradha nakshatra second pada, because Virgo is mainly related to Mercury and Rahu. The third pada, if you observe, it starts from 10.0 degrees of Scorpio and it extends till 13.20 degrees of Scorpio, obviously, and it is going to be the Libra Navamsha, right? So see, Anuradha nakshatra first pada in Leo Navamsha, second pada obviously it will go to the next sign, that is Leo. Anuradha nakshatra third pada, it will go to Virgo, now it will go to the next one, that is the Libra Navamsha. Then Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada is going to be in the Scorpio, right? So Anuradha nakshatra first pada Leo, second is Virgo, third is Libra, fourth is Scorpio. It goes like that, Navamsha, right? So that is how it works. That in the Navamsha we talk about each pada, and each pada is going to be in each sign in the Navamsha, right? So the third pada of Anuradha nakshatra falls in Libra Navamsha. So here Anuradha nakshatra third pada mentality is something like they are mainly interested into arts, music, occult sciences. There is always a certain degree of self-undoing and wastefulness associated with this pada. That is the disadvantage here. Planets here give a highly sociable nature. Venus and Saturn suit this pada's energy more than any other planet, because it is related to Libra Navamsha. In the Libra sign you can clearly see Venus and Saturn are generally do excellent in Libra related energy, right? That's why in Anuradha nakshatra third pada you can always see Venus and Saturn, they do very good, because after all the Navamsha shows your fruits of your whole horoscope. What is the energy of the final fruit of that particular horoscope you can see by Navamsha chart, right? So in the Navamsha it is going to be Anuradha nakshatra third pada is going to be Libra. So whatever may be the planet that is sitting in Anuradha nakshatra third pada, in the Navamsha chart it will go to the Libra only, Libra sign only. So that is the fruit. So it's better if Saturn or a planet like Saturn or Venus be in Anuradha nakshatra third pada. It's going to be excellent. So if you talk about the fourth pada, Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada, it starts from 13.20 degrees to 16.40 degrees, and obviously Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada, if any planet presents in Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada in D1, in D9 it will go to Scorpio, it will fall in Scorpio Navamsha. So here Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada is mainly about abundant energy available to pursue different kinds of exoteric goals. They have different varieties of goals. Only struggle here lies in channeling the energy constructively. They have abundant amount of energy. So in channelizing the energy only they face trouble, but otherwise they are going to do excellent. Once they channelize their energy, they are going to do anything very constructively in tune with the universal functionings. They are going to do excellent, Anuradha nakshatra fourth people. Only problem here is channelizing the energy. Once they channelize the energy, that's it, done. Planets here function from a plane of excessive passion and emotion. They can give the ability to achieve much if the rest of the nativity supports it. If the other planetary positions are also doing very well, is Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada, people are going to do excellent in their life. And obviously it is in the Scorpio Navamsha, so Sun, Jupiter and Ketu are better suited to handle this particular energy of this particular pada, especially Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada, because Anuradha nakshatra fourth pada is related to Scorpio. In Scorpio, which planets are good? Sun is good in Scorpio, Jupiter is good in Scorpio, Ketu is also good, even more Ketu exalts in Scorpio, right? So that is the analysis for Anuradha Nakshatra different padas. In our next video about Anuradha Nakshatra, we will talk about what professions suit them and what places generally have the energy of Anuradha Nakshatra, and different variety of qualities of Anuradha Nakshatra, especially the Kundalini awakening stuff of Anuradha Nakshatra. We will talk about that in our next video. Thanks for watching this video.